This is Vigil's keep, which once belonged to Arl Howe. What's going on? Why are there no wardens here to greet us?
You may call me Anders, my dear lady. I am a mage, and sadly a wanted apostate.
I hereby conscript this mage into the Grey Wardens. Ogren? You're here?
Came here thinking I might try my hand at becoming a bona fide Grey Warden.
I am Nathaniel Howe. My family owned these lands until you showed up.
I wish to invoke the right of conscription.
There's one with them. A Darkspawn who talks.
You are thinking you know of our kind, human? It is understandable, but that will soon be changed.
The Grey Wardens who had arrived from Orlais appear to be either dead or missing.
Where did the Darkspawn come from?
I talked with the dwarf Voldrick earlier. It's his belief, and I concur, that they came from the keep itself. The deep cellars go very deep indeed. Voldrick suspects the Darkspawn found a hidden route into the keep.
Funny. Considering all the things that have been taken, it figures this would still be here.
What's so funny about that?
My father hated my mother. He only dragged this painting out when my grandmother visited, which was not often. I'd be paraded before her like a soldier on inspection, and she would pick over every floor while father awaited his turn.
Why did he hate your mother?
I don't really know. Her family was wealthy. I remember that much. They wouldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole now, of course. I'd be as welcome there as a bad rash. Anyway, someone should take this down. I think it's staring at me.
Ah! Who's there?
What now?
I was just keeping my nose to the dust. You know, watching out for the Schleets. One of the lads here told me about the Schleets. Said they're common in Ferelden. They lie on the ground, looking like ordinary pairs of pants, until you turn around. That's when they strike.
Oh, those Schleets.
Right. You've heard of them. Pants that eat your eyeballs. After they're done with you, they just wander off on their unnatural pant legs.
Someone told you about a pants monster and you believed him.
Sod. Come on, I've been on the surface less than 2 years. I don't know what's up here. That Jacob's gonna get it when I get my hands on him.
We have to come all this way. It's cold here. Very cold.
It's not that cold. The Wardens have been some of our best customers, and they need us.
I miss my shop. This place is so drab. It offends my sensibilities.
Andraste preserve me. Ah, Warden Commander. I represent Master Wade, the finest...
And bloody coldest. I can't feel my fingers.
finest armorer in Denerim. We thought that you might have need of an armorer.
What brings you here?
This is a temporary relocation. The Darkspawn are most active around Amaranthine. We thought we could help.
And I suppose the money the Crown paid us had nothing to do with it?
Shh!
My men will need armor.
Providing arms and armor for common soldiers. Oh, the indignity. If we are going to be so dreadfully plebeian, I don't suppose Amaranthine has any proper metal. Silverite? Viridium? Or are we back to bronze weapons, stone clubs?
Wade has a point. He's happiest and fastest when presented with a challenge. If you come across any deposits of ore, let us know.
Farewell.
Come back soon.
You don't always wear robes, do you?
Not when I'm naked, I don't.
I mean when you run from the circle. Robes would make you easy to spot.
So does the big I'm a mage sign around my neck. I like to make it easy for the Templars.
Ah, so that's how it's going to be.
Commander, so this is human construction, is it? My brother said you'd need a stonemason, but he didn't know the half of it.
You're a mason, then?
That I am. A proper Orzammar mason. Although, I suppose I'm a surfacer now.
The Darkspawn did a number on this keep of yours, but I suspect it was crumbling well before they showed up. Your seneschal gave me some fancy decree promising men and monies to fix the Vigil, but it's a paltry sum. I suppose it would be sufficient to reconstruct the walls to human standards, but who'd want that?
I might regret this. What would it take to rebuild it right?
I'm not certain of the character of the stone in these parts, but we'd need more men for certain. Proper skilled men, not some starving dusters, right? Which all boils down to coin, really.
I can spare 80 sovereigns. This had better be worth it.
It will be, Warden. Good luck to anyone who tries to breach these walls. Ha!
I don't mean to alarm you, Commander, but it's possible there are still Darkspawn in the Vigil.
The captain didn't mention anything about that.
Let me explain. You know Dworkin? That mad dwarf's bombs shook the whole keep. Some of the deep cellars caved in. I suspect that there are pockets of Darkspawn below, trapped. In time, they may dig their way out.
I'm good at killing Darkspawn, but not at digging.
We have men who can unearth the rubble at your command. Whenever you're ready, I can take you to the basements.
Let's go then.
Straight away, sir. Here we are. The Vigil goes deep. Real deep. The hallways down here have been crumbling for years and decades. And that blasted Dworkin's explosives didn't do the structure any favours.
How far down do the basements go?
No one knows. The Vigil's always been here. Since the barbarians, they say. Who knows what's at the bottom?
How did Darkspawn get down here?
I don't know, but no one saw the Darkspawn approach on the surface either. Maybe they found a way to attack from below.
Have the men clear the rubble.
You heard the commander. Put your backs into it. This is where you come in. Who knows what's up ahead? We'll be back here.
So, you're a How.
Do you have a point, mage?
Hey, I'm fond of the Hows. I'm also fond of the whys, the whos, and the whats.
How clever.
Oh, it's shameful how long it took me to come up with that.
Oh, you poor thing. Wait a minute, there's a scroll attached to him. Let's see. It's from a woman named Adria. She's taken refuge in the lower levels of the keep.
Adria? She was like a mother to me. We must save her.
Oh, thank the Maker. Please let us out.
You are free. Run.
Quick, before more of those things come.
No. No, Adria. We have to help her. There must be some way. Adria.
You murdered a slew of Darkspawn there. Well, you hear the stories about you and the Wardens. But to see it firsthand...
It's what we do.
Well, I'm impressed. Anyway, it looks like the explosives caved this section in. I brought along Master Voldrick.
So, this is how you humans ply your stonecraft. Disgraceful, that is. What, this would barely last a few centuries. I wager these passages may go far enough to connect to the deep roads.
So the Darkspawn came from below?
Aye. The Orlesian lads would have had a terrible surprise. Explains how experienced men fell to the Darkspawn. This is a grave matter. If we don't shut these tunnels, the Darkspawn can attack from below again.
And Draste's blood, there are basement entrances throughout the keep. There's no way to defend against that.
Then we follow the tunnels and hope to find a single point to block off. Never you fear, lass. With the Warden's muscle and my stonecraft, we'll find a way.
Let me know as soon as you clear the passage.
We'll need some time, but as soon as we clear it, we'll let you know.
Let's go back to the keep.
Of course.
Seneschal Verrill is ready for you in the throne room, Commander. Your vassals await.
Commander, the Lords of Amaranthine have come to swear fealty to you and the Grey Wardens. These were Al Rendon Howe's vassals. Now they will be yours.
If any took part in the murder of my family...
Al Howe was enough of a bastard to do that all on his own. But it is possible he had confederates. Some of these lords bore Rendon no love, but others had their prospects ruined with his demise. Tread carefully, Commander. Lords and ladies, I present the Warden Commander of Ferelden and Arl of Amaranthine.
Commander.
Our differences are many, but our cause is one.
Ban Esmeralda of Amaranthine. As is old custom, you have the honor of beginning.
I promise that I, Ban Esmeralda, will be faithful to the Arl in matters of life, limb, and earthly honor. Never will I bear arms against her or her heirs. So I say, in the sight of the Maker.
I promise that I, Lord Edelbreck...
And so, the ceremony is complete.
Long live the Warden Commander!
Who do I need to know here?
There's really only two who can offer real support in the war. Lord Edelbreck, master of the Firavel Plains, controls more farmland than anyone else. He's powerful and popular. Ban Esmeralda rules the city. Wealthiest in the room by far. She may not be loved, but she cannot be ignored.
I should get back to the mingling.
Warden Commander, we've all heard so much about you. So many good things, unbelievable things. But many of your deeds cost people here a chance at great advancement. So many fortunes were deeply intertwined with the old Arl. Some nobles here, they seek to end your dominion over them.
This much I've gathered already.
Perhaps you do not know the full extent of their determination. I've had occasion to intercept some of their missives. They are cryptic things. Any individual message is unintelligible, but together they form a pattern. They mean to end you before you can begin. A deadly coalition.
A conspiracy to murder me? I'm flattered.
I would take this matter seriously, Warden. They know of your capabilities and they're spending a fortune to see their aims fulfilled. Given a few days, I can retrieve the messages. I would have brought them tonight, but I didn't know if warning you would be wise. I've much to lose and precious little to gain. Farewell. We will meet again soon.
Honored to meet you, Warden Commander. You come to us during desperate times.
Not more about your precious farms, Edelbrecht.
Some in our Arling do not have the comfort of city walls. On the plains, the situation is dire.
My father called you a friend, Edelbrecht. Speak your mind.
So you remember me, young Cousland. Although you're not so young anymore. I swear to you and Andraste I had no part in Howe's treachery. My concern isn't that, however. As we feast, the peasants on our lands are starving, or worse.
The city's defenses are more important, Edelbrecht.
There may be wheat in the silos now, but if the farmers die, where will you get your food?
I will send the soldiers wherever they are most needed.
Then I pray to the Maker that your choices are wise.
I see that Lord Edelbrecht wastes no time in canvassing you for soldiers to defend his farms. Do not be deceived, Commander. His livelihood is all he cares about. Amaranthine is the jewel of the Arling, and she must be protected.
Why protect the city over the country folk?
Pragmatism. A farming hovel can be rebuilt with straw and mud. Amaranthine was built over generations. If she falls, then this great Arling will be diminished.
Wealth is well and good, but what measure do you put to human life? The folk in the country outnumber your city dwellers many times over.
I would not be so vulgar as to violate the decorum of this event. Commander?
Let me know if you want the nobles cleared out. If you want the ceremony to end, I mean.
I've heard of a conspiracy against me.
Do you know the conspirators? The right of high justice is yours, and treachery is a capital offense.
Sir Tamra doesn't know. She's bringing some evidence.
She's a sly one, Sir Tamra, but knowledgeable about such things. Better to be a touch paranoid than turning up face down in a ditch. To proceed, we'd need strong proof, and that'll be hard to gather. There are options. Some I would not recommend. They could turn the nobles fierce.
Tell me about them.
We could have some soldiers try to spy on the nobility. I suppose that might bear fruit. There are also rumors of someone called the Dark Wolf, who finds information for a fee. Dangerous fellow, by all accounts.
What are the soldiers' odds of success?
Not bleeding likely, in truth. Good men, lousy spies.
And where can I find this Dark Wolf character?
No idea, honestly. Somewhere in the foreign quarter of Amaranthine is all I know.
And what wouldn't you recommend?
You could invite a member of each of the noble families to stay as prolonged guests. And if anything untoward happens, well, you get the picture. This is a terribly Orlesian thing to do.
I'll see if I can find this Dark Wolf.
You need to head to the city then, and chase down a ghost.
Edelbrecht said we're not defending the farmlands.
Edelbrecht speaks truly, sir, but things are dire. He and Ban Esmerel both contest the deployment of soldiers. But we don't have enough men. It's a matter of what you want to protect. The city, the land, trade.
Amaranthine has its walls. Let the farms have our soldiers.
As you wish.
The ceremony has gone on long enough, Seneschal.
As you wish, Commander. Clear the hall. The Commander has business to attend to.
I'm here to serve, Commander.
Can you do anything to resupply our soldiers?
I will do what can be done, but you would be wise to keep alert for trading possibilities in your journeys. If you can persuade any merchants to trade here, it would benefit the Vigil considerably.
That will be all, Mistress Wolsey.
Very well, Commander.
Commander.
Report on the situation in the Arling.
Grim, sir. It seems as if every Darkspawn in the kingdom has been driven here. The soldiers are split between protecting the Vigil and the city of Amaranthine. Scouts report Darkspawn throughout the Arling and amassing. Where the soldiers aren't patrolling, the land is dangerous, Commander. Very dangerous.
Farewell.
Good day, Commander.
Commander, Orlais sent a dozen wardens to the Vigil to await your arrival. Nearly all died in the attack, but Christoph is still in the field.
Why was Christoph in the field?
The Orlesian wardens were uneasy that the Darkspawn weren't going to ground with the Blight ended. Christoph was sent to track down some leads. A fortnight ago, he left in a bustle. As best we figure, he went to the city, Amaranthine.
Did Christoph reveal anything of what he found?
He did, but not to me. The wardens keep their own counsel.
Why aren't the Darkspawn returning to the deep roads?
Wiser men than I have worried over that. One of the wardens said the archdemon's strength gave the Horde some semblance of purpose. If they found some other purpose...
Amaranthine isn't small. How will I find him?
Only so many places travelers visit. I check the inns and taverns.
Is there anything else?
That's the only thing that needs immediate attention.
Hungry, little fella?
Oh, look at the cute little kitty. There was a mouser in the tower named Mr. Wiggums. Only company I had when the Templars locked me up. Miss that beast a lot sometimes. But I can't keep a cat. We fight Darkspawn for a living.
He can stay at the keep then?
I suppose. Well, I'll keep him just for a while, until I find somewhere safer. Is that okay with you, kitty? I'll call you Sir Pounce-a-lot. You can stay in my pack. Just for a little while, yes? Ah, can you smell that? That is the smell of freedom. It comes complete with the smell of dogs and dust, but the freedom is in there too.
You really don't care for the Circle of Magi, do you?
I escaped from the tower 7 times. After the last time, they put me in solitary confinement for a year. Eventually, I'm sure they would have branded me a Maleficar, true or not, and executed me.
I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner.
They're not murderers. They only kill mages when they can prove we're dangerous, for the good of all. The problem is that mages are tolerated, barely. It's like you need permission to be alive. There's nothing a mage can do to prove himself. Everyone needs to be protected from you. The end.
There has to be a better way.
The Tevinter Imperium has a better way, but we know how that argument flies around here. All I want is a pretty girl, a decent meal, and the right to shoot lightning at fools.
Sounds reasonable.
See? I knew you understood. Never mind me. Now and again I recall that I'm not sitting in a cell and I have to smile. That's all.
Excuse me, but I need to search your packs for smuggled goods.
I am the Warden Commander of Vigil's Keep.
But I have to. Constable's orders. We've been having trouble with smugglers and...
What are you doing, man? Are you accusing the Commander of the Grey of smuggling?
But You said everyone...
You are dismissed. I apologize. Smugglers and thieves have all but taken over the city.
Well, glad to see you're taking precautions.
Yes, Warden Commander. The smugglers have us scrambling, to be honest. We could certainly use your help in this. Come speak to me later if you're interested.
So, you think there's an apothecary around here somewhere?
Probably. Why?
Well, I don't want to bother you with this, you being my boss and all.
Spit it out, Ogren.
Right. Look, for the past few days I've had this burning rash. The skin's actually got a sort of greenish look to it.
What did you touch this time?
I didn't touch anything! You know, I bet it's that Grey Warden stuff we had to drink.
Well, no one told you to drink all of it.
Too late for regrets. Yeah, I'll just see if I can't find some nice minty balm somewhere in this town.
Something I can do for you, friend?
Did a Grey Warden named Christoph come through here?
And who are you supposed to be that's asking?
I would be his commander.
Oh, welcome, my lady. Haven't seen that fellow Christoph for almost a week now. Not sure where he went. His room's paid up to the end of the month. I guess he expected he'd be here a while.
Did you ever speak to Christoph?
Not much. He chatted up Sorsha a bit when she brought him his dinner. Maybe talked to her.
I'd like the key to Christoph's room.
Of course. Here you go. It's the last room at the end of the hall. If he comes back and gets upset, however, it's on your head.
I got a sore on my foot from working the fields and
Looking to wet your whistle, stranger?
I understand you spoke to Christoph.
We chatted a bit. He was a friendly sort for a Grey Warden. Spent most of his nights here drinking. Wasn't ever loud or too forward. Haven't seen him for maybe a week now.
Did he ever talk about what he was doing?
Said he was tracking some Darkspawn, one particular group that's been raiding outside the city. He told me they were acting strange, those Darkspawn. Acting obvious, like they wanted to be caught or something. I expect he caught them. Probably why he hasn't been back, right?
Where did he go? Do you know?
No. He took a lot of notes while he drank. Always writing things down. Maybe there's something in his room.
Thanks for the answers.
My pleasure. Send him my best when you see him.
It's Christoph's journal. He mentions more reports of talking Darkspawn and strange monsters in a place called the Blackmarsh. The last entry says he planned to travel there. Based on this map, it looks like Christoph was tracking Darkspawn all over the Arling. The only location not crossed out is the Blackmarsh. Well, I guess that settles it. Let's head to the Blackmarsh.
They say this marsh was once inhabited, until one day everyone disappeared.
Beware, the Blackmarsh is haunted. Well, isn't that lovely?
Oh, I thought I saw... I mean... You're rending house, little blighter.
That's one way of putting it.
They talked about you in the army. Fergus Cousland said you wouldn't have the stones to show your face again. But you proved him wrong. I respect that.
You do?
Yeah. Throw caution to the wind, run headlong into danger, and sod the consequences. That's the only way to live.
Thanks. I think.
Yep. Don't you give a piss what the others think. Ogren's got your back. Dead. Christoph's doing, maybe.
That answers that, I suppose. The Darkspawn are definitely here.
This village lies abandoned. May the Maker rest their poor souls. Based on the dust, it looks like no one has lived in the Blackmarsh in quite some time.
What is that? It looks like something ghostly. Almost like the Fade.
A campsite. Well, assuming it doesn't belong to one of the many ghosts of the Blackmarsh, I'd say this is Christoph's. It doesn't look like anyone's been here in days. It's starting to feel like we're too late.
Interesting. A new form of Darkspawn?
Why would we suddenly be seeing new forms of Darkspawn? This isn't even a blight.
Yes, that is your Grey Warden. The Mother told it to me that if he was lured to this place and slain, that in time you would come. And the Mother, she was right. The Mother is always right.
Who is this Mother?
The Mother is she that sent me. She that wished you to come to here, this place. Here before you is the first, and I am bringing to you a message. The Mother, she is not permitting you to further his plan, whether this you know or not. So she is sending you a gift.